by trying to seize, trying to make South Africans that own the land, the Zulus, not to have their voice again.
She's not here. She said we can actually co-host. Brother, we get it, man. I don't get it, but I think let's just say we get it for peace sake, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if you're going out or you're going in. It's like, you are all over, man. I think you just woke up, man. Maybe you need to sort of like take a quick shower if you have showered that side of in Nigeria. Take a quick shower, eat something or drink something, and maybe you can deliver a message fast, man. We have got we don't have the whole night, man. It's like it's hard, man. It's like, yo, man, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm not perfect. I tried to listen to you, bro. I think, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's too much, So I think at the end of the day, man, you don't have to be telling us about our problems in our country. Our problems are not affecting you guys there in Nigeria. We're not fleeing South Africa saying, oh, there's Muzungus here who are owning land. So there's no need for you to explain our issues because our issues don't bother you or affect you there in Nigeria. So you can only explain to us why Nigerians are fleeing away from Nigeria to South Africa, because our issues are not your issues. They don't bother you. We're not bothering you. We don't want anything from Nigeria. And please mute, because you're struggling to breathe, brother. Maybe I'm not one to be shallow and shame disabled people. Just for now, man, it's like I'm trying to speak, and yeah. So thanks, brother. All I'm trying to say is that you don't need to be explaining to us about Wazungu and our land. That's our problem, brother. And until our problems start to affect you there in Nigeria, like how your problems are affecting us, maybe you can start to dive in and explain to us about our issues. So far, we don't have enough issues for you to explain, because our issues don't affect you there in Nigeria. But your issues in Nigeria are affecting us. That's the difference. It's a huge difference. So it's amazing that you're making time to be explaining South African issues and the white people. Well, these issues don't affect you. It has nothing to do with you as a Nigerian. But the poverty in Nigeria, the mismanagement of Nigeria, the insecurity of Nigeria, it's affecting us, because your people are jumping many countries, jumping our borders to be here because they can't settle their issues where they come from. And that's the problem, not
can
us.
You let me finish what I am saying, because you have
we gave you 2 hours. We gave you 2 hours to speak. You speak slow, you breathe hard. Maybe you shouldn't be calling in. Maybe you should type the message you want to deliver there so that we can read it. Because, brother, you're speaking too slow. That's it. That's too much. We don't have the whole day, brother.
But what you said here now is more than what I have said that you are saying. Okay, by the way, like I said, here is a South Africa platform. Do whatever you can to protect your country. I don't need somebody to tell me the way to speak. If I am given a platform to speak, I believe there's a time for me to speak. So correcting me is also good, but okay, South Africans, like I said, you have already called, instead of you to respect me or call me who I let you know that I am as a Biafran, you are still telling me you are forcing me to answer in Nigeria, which that is disrespect to me also. And if I must not speak slow, you want me to just voice it out. South Africans, in Nigeria, you can actually regard anybody who introduce or make himself to known to you as a Nigeria. Identify the person as a problem, but don't force those that already made their step to be out of Nigeria who they are not, like I am being forced to answer now. Nigerians are running away from Nigeria. Those that you see that are proudly answering Nigeria are running away because they are all cowards. They believe making other countries in order to feed for themselves instead of fighting just like you South Africans are doing. And you must acknowledge that. That is why I say anybody that come here and identify himself to be who he is, respect that person by what the person said. Don't force the person to answer in Nigeria. Because if I can tell you here that anybody...
My argument with your submission, brother, is that you are busy here trying to dive into South African issues that don't affect Nigerians. That's the thing. All I was saying is that until we see South African issues starting to affect you there in Nigeria, then you have something you can say about our issues. But currently, you don't have a right to tell us about anything that is happening in South Africa.
But is that what I am saying? Is that what I am saying here, or the way you understand?
Something. Do you please? I want to say something.
Wait.
Do you want us to be up?
No.
Yeah, for us to or you want to insult someone? That's my question.
No.
Unfiltered. I don't like this.
I think,
if this your brother
I think you guys will have your nice day. Mabosa.
So TJ, my point is that you need to stick to the situations of Nigerians fleeing Nigeria that they can't fix to South Africa, to a point where your problems in Nigeria that you can't fix as people are affecting us.
Mabosa,
South African
stop
problems
saying
don't
my
affect you in
problem. I
Nigeria.
am not in Nigeria. Respect me for who I said I am. If you have a problem with that.
Are you Biafran?
No,
Are you Biafran, TJ?
You're not gonna-
TJ, are you Biafran?
Then
TJ is.
Don't react. But I'm not.
Are you Biafran, TJ?
Guys. Yes,
TJ?
is Biafran, guys. He's Biafran. He's
Okay,
not
so
Nigerian.
TJ, when you come onto the panel, just introduce yourself as a Biafran and then you can continue speaking so that we know who we are addressing.
That's exactly what I said. I said as a Biafran. So, and with your topic here, I can only tell you the reason why. Because I'm speaking based on the topic I'm seeing on the big board here. I am a Biafran. And if I can tell you the reason why Nigerians are running away from Nigeria is because they are all cowards who refuse to face their problem, believing that going
I
to
think
other countries
we need to
will
push
help.
back from this Biafran thing, because imagine myself as a South African causer. When I'm asked, "Are you South African?" I'll be like, "No, I am not South African. I'm not South African. I am causer," because I'm not happy with what the other tribes have done in the country. That thinking needs to be condemned. That mentality needs to be dealt with and condemned completely. And to entertain
What
it
name?
is actually counter-revolution, and it's actually delaying the progress of Africa. Nigerians must accept that they belong in Nigeria. A way out of Nigeria is not the solution.
Stop that. Stop that.
There has
If you
to
don't
be.
know nothing, if you don't know nothing,
It
don't
doesn't
force a
matter.
word on somebody.
It's easy escapism to just decide to form an imaginary country out of
Are you
called
the one
Biafra.
now? Are you the one now?
Ridiculous.
Are you the one pushing?
If
are
you
the
want
one?
Nigeria
Listen.
to come out of the mess and the curse it is going through, it will take leadership. You don't lead because it's favorable. You lead and you convince people, whether they are from the north, whether they are from the east, from the south, from the west in Nigeria, to have a common
Are you the
cause.
one that gave
That
the
is
name
to have a
Nigeria?
government that will work for the people. You
Are you the one that
two
gave the name
difficult
Nigeria?
situations to establish a voice. You can't
Are you the
divide
one
and
that
think
gave the
that
name
you can win by
Nigeria? That you
dividing
know who is Nigeria, who is not?
Can I say something very quick? Can I say something very quick about Uzolo?
No, King,
You
please
made
wait.
example. You use like
King,
your Kosa, right?
King, please wait. King,
Biafra is not Biafra is not a tribe. Biafra.
guys, can we just hold on? It was an interaction between Unokolo and TJ. Can we allow that to finish, and then other people will chime in later on?
Guys, I also
there's other
wanted
people
to say
on the line
something,
who
guys.
need to that
I also wanted to say something before we move on. Guys,
Okay.
for me, I've always supported Biafra, guys. I think for me, it will be very hypocritical of me to now all of a sudden say that I do not support them, where most of us on panels, we have always supported them. Now, all of a sudden, we are saying that we are not supporting them. I've supported them openly, and I'll still continue to support them openly, guys. That's just my stance.
Yeah. For me, I need
You
us to
let
be
me finish my
philosophical in our
submission.
approach, because if
Mrs.
you have a
Mrs.
situation, if you
Nigeria,
have
can
a
you let me finish
situation
my
where people do
submission?
not want to rise to leadership,
Madam,
do
can
not
you let me
rise to
finish my
the.
submission?
Okay, sorry, man. But we, as Africans, we need to not run away from tough situations.
You don't
South
need to force
Africans
people
did
to be
not
who
run
they are
away
not.
when there was tribalism. There was
Madam,
massacre of people.
Madam,
There was
don't
a
force
Zulu
people to be who they are not.
closer
You are an
situation that
Africa,
was
and so
difficult
fucking
in the
what?
country. But it took leadership to say, wait a minute, we are one as a people. Our problem is not emanating from the fact that we come from
Madam,
different
is it my
regions.
time to speak all your time? You know, I love
We
respecting
need to
people,
push
but
back from
don't
this
when
divide and
you.
roll thing.
Okay, let me just finish my submission before I go
nwanna
down.
ọnụ na-abịa platfọm ndị ara bịa na-akpa nkata
Hey,
ọnụ na-abịa
Biko,
platfọm ndị ara
Biko, hold on one.
Um,
Biko, una feelings and una maki here.
Chite, I'm gonna give you two. Chite, I'm gonna give you another 2 minutes, man, and I'm gonna move on to other panelists. I'm just gonna give you 2 minutes to close up, and I'm going to also allow response from your submission. Okay.
Okay. Now, I want you to understand that pushing people to be who they are not is wrong. But as people who are likely to call themselves Nigeria, anybody you see anyone identifying himself as a Nigeria, question that person's activity. Try to know what that person is doing in your own territory. It's not a crime to investigate people to know their stay in your land. That is all I have to say. So, and to those who are likely forcing anybody who identifies himself to just accept Nigeria, I want you to know that you are not the one that created the Nigeria, and you don't even know the story of the people who say they are Biafrans. But you want to force everybody to accept Nigeria just because you want to call everybody a criminal who you are calling Nigerians, right? Now, you are identifying the problem of the people who call themselves Nigeria. But you don't want to separate those who have already made you to understand who they are by where they come from, which you can actually make a research to find out the reason why they say they are who they are. Now, Nigeria, like I said, if anybody come up to South Africa platform, identify himself as a Nigeria, trying to defend anything of Nigeria, just know that that person is the cause to the problem you are having in South Africa. They always like to say we are all Africa. No, we are.
It's over 2 minutes already.
Okay. It's okay. You guys can go on.
Sile, can I go ahead?
Important for us as Africans to be honest about what is happening in our respective countries, honest about what has gone wrong in our respective countries, and honest that whether we organize to develop some form of a consensus of how we should go about in attending to the problems that are affecting us in our respective countries. We need to be honest from this basis. There's exceptionalism that I hate when I listen to either Zimbabweans or Nigerians, that problems they face in their countries, they are unique to their countries, to a point that nothing can work as a solution. There is this exceptionalism in how they tell their story for pity. And where they want you to accept their story as it is without interrogating the underlying factors, the underlying even their conception of what is going on in their country, how they conceptualize what is going on in their country, as a problem. I really have a serious problem, because whatever is happening in South Africa, it's not unique to South Africa. It has happened elsewhere, or it's already, still happening elsewhere. Therefore, the solutions are there, they're available. What is happening in Nigeria is not unique to Nigeria. There shouldn't be exceptionalism there, where people feel like their problems are special. So we must allow, we must accept as other people that then they should be allowed. People that then they should be allowed. And we must just accept it. That is so unfair. It's very anti-progress as an African group. It's very anti-development, because you abandon your cause, hoping that there will be a Messiah somewhere who will come and salvage you, who can save you from your situation when you abandon it. And that's not fair for Africa, for all of Africa. It was not fair for South Africa to just jump borders during the heat of apartheid and live in millions and spread a sorry story. We are under a white rule, minority rule, that is strangling us, oppressing us, unaliving our people. We had a beautiful story, by the way, to sell all over the world and ask for asylum. As a country, we had such a beautiful branding. Anyone could have pitied us and given us some form of asylum, because it was there, it was international news, it was available. Already apartheid was declared a crime against humanity by United Nations. Already there was movement. So if you were an asylum as a South African elsewhere, you could have been accepted, right? And I believe there was a handful of some who actually chose that path of asylum. But you didn't have a phenomenon where South Africans thought running away was a solution. Didn't have that phenomenon. And we need to use that as a basis to say what should be our posture as Africans whenever we are encountering a rogue leadership, an unethical leadership. What should we do as Africans? Do we abandon our countries and coin new terms to feel like we are no longer part of that particular country? It belongs to certain people. Or do people unite in consensus and resolution to fight, to stand up and say, this cannot go on, this is not sustainable for us as a people? I want Africans from all of Africa in different regions to articulate their struggle. I, as a South African, I'm articulating my struggle in South Africa. I put it out there and I put efforts, I organize, I meet up, I come on lives like this and share ideas with fellow South Africans on how we can address the top 5 in the list of our problems. We do that because we know running away will never be a solution. I cannot imagine abandoning my ancestral land, because as an African, I'm informed by the philosophy that I belong first in the land. The land is actually conspiring, the whole of South Africa and my land is conspiring for me to prosper in this land. Because it is by nature what was apportioned for me. It's my portion. It has to surrender everything in its power to support my life, because I belong. And that informs my thinking. And that is what was passed on by generations of warriors of our people who told us the importance of heritage, of national identity, national pride, and organizing as a group, so that we are not weak And we need to start running classes because once you accept exceptionalism and storytellers, where you must accept pity, you must not do anything. There mustn't be any actions of courage. There shouldn't be courage. We must accept people at pity, not at courage where they are fighting. I have a problem with that because that's not progressive. That is delaying progress. I push back even when we could have perhaps considered to say there is Biafra, there is some prior state, somewhere people are not happy with who they are. We might have considered on that, but is that progressive? Will that help people organize? Would that have helped South Africans if people in their corners, uZulu, atim namdu uZulu kamalandela, I will concentrate on Zulu, or Tswana would say I will concentrate on Tswana and the region of Tswana? You will not be different to what the Afrikaners are trying to do. You wouldn't be different from what the Boers are trying to do. Isolate, reimagine a country within a country of separatism. That is dangerous. This is a call for all of Africans to rethink leadership. And this is how you do it. Firstly, you articulate what is the problem, and you do not surrender. You do not surrender because that's where they want you mentally. They defeat you in the mind. And when you have done that, you then begin to say what can be done in order for us to go to actually carve a path towards. All right, sorry, I can end there. No, it's fine. I can stop there. Sorry. That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna let God's wife come through because she's been on the platform for some time. God's wife.
Won't be long, Sitlene, just 2 minutes. Guys, Mina, I support and
Breakouts through causing violence in your region and putting the country in an unstable form. These people you see here are the brainwashers of the world. They go on panels telling people wrong information about Nigeria while they are still carrying a Nigerian passport to travel from point A to point B, saying not so good things about Nigerians and trying to give us bad names. And when you go to other countries such as Thailand, Malaysia, South Africa as a whole, they are the ones doing those illicit things and trying to give us bad names, putting all in one wagon. And
South Africans are doing bad things and putting Nigerians.
No South Africans, but Biafrans. I'm not saying South Africans, ma'am. I am telling you about those people. If I'm allowed to upload certain pictures and allowed to say certain things here, how they use escort sites to traffic your kids to other countries, then you will see how evil these people are. But they come onto panel.
You are allowed, bro. You are allowed to bring it on video, okay? You are allowed to bring it on video.
They come
no, you are allowed to bring it on video. Please,
bring it, let's see it.
They come out.
You are allowed to put it on the video.
Excuse me, let me talk. Let me
bring
talk.
The evidence in the public.
Bring it. Bring the evidence.
Let me talk because you people hate.
Please allow him to talk. Apple, your what favor is saying you are allowed to put it on video. There's no problem. You can go ahead.
Miss Sheila, I'm going to send them to your DM directly. I'm going to send them to your DM.
No,
allow me talk because you don't want us to.
You can.
You don't want to be exposed.
No one's stopping you.
I'm not going to do that for my own sanity as a person. I am going to send them to you. Stop interrupting me because I did not interrupt you. Mr. Uzolo is telling you the truth and you feel is not saying the right thing. The other lady came up to say she's supporting Biafra, not knowing that she's been brainwashed to believe in their ideology that is not even going to move a country. You are trying to claim the better part of the country because of your own selfish interest, and you are here saying ill things about the country, and while you're still carrying the passport of the country. Here in Canada, you people do the worst things to people by selling all those things everybody is complaining about, giving Nigerians bad names. It's you people that still come to do those things. Even there in South Africa, all the ill things that is happening is done by you people. And yet you can come here to bring...
Biafra today, guys.
This honorable member, Apple, please. Don't say that it is being done by South Africans when you know.
It's not South Africans, it's Biafrans. I'm telling these people claiming to be Biafrans.
No, it's not. Don't leave it to one group. Only you guys have.
Oga, excuse me, sir. I am a Nigerian by blood. I live here.
Guys, Zoe, hold on, guys, hold on. Zoe, please stop muting moderators, Sissy. Please, Mr. Mzansi is a moderator. Allow him to speak as well.
Okay.
Go ahead, Apple. Go ahead.
Let me just put it to you this way. You see, before 94, we didn't have a problem of
hold on, Mr.
Hold on,
Mr. Mizanzi. I am going to send you certain things online. You and Miss Sheila. I'm going to send you certain things so you can see how evil, how wicked these people are. So you will know the kind of people you bring up to your panel. So they don't keep spreading. You are agitating for what is wrong in your country that is being done by my brothers and sisters. And the people I call my brothers and sisters are this. Hey, let me talk.
Let me talk. Let me talk. Bring it in the public domain so that everybody is going to see it.
I don't have to say.
Please intervene.
I will send it to them so they can upload it.
Okay, so the topic here, guys, the topic here today is about Nigerians, okay? Why are Nigerians leaving their country? Who do they expect to fix their problems? And do you guys honestly think that the Japa syndrome is going to sustain your problems? Is sustainable for your problems? That is what we are discussing. Let's not make Biafra a topic. This is our discussion. Let's have that as our discussion going forward. Let's park Biafra.
Okay. Okay. Is it done? I used to talk.
You can go ahead, Apple. You can go ahead. Let's speak on the topic.
Okay, why are Nigerians leaving the country? What do they expect to? Who do they expect to fix their? Who do they expect to fix their problems? Do Nigerians think sustainable solution for Japa? Madam, I want with everybody in the panel, the old Japa thing does not work for me. I've been traveling since when I was a kid, so I don't think I don't see reason why I'll sit down in another man's country if I don't have something doing there. I'm here for my PhD. When I'm done, I go back home. My parents got things they are doing back home. I can continue from there. The other people trying to jackpot is not easy. It's a country of over 300 to 280 million people. Opportunity is so small. And we, the young ones coming up now, we are creating more opportunity, but still, when you create, it's still not enough. The government of the day is not helping in any way. We all know those things. So the only thing that can happen is by a revolution, and the revolution starts from us that were just growing up, because the older ones are not showing the good example in trying to put the country in the right place. You understand? So for these reasons, so many people have their reasons of leaving Nigeria, probably to go get a job so that they can make more money to sustain their family back home, and to do every other, I don't know, man. So many people have their reasons of traveling, but the Japa syndrome is there because everybody needs to feed. Everybody needs to feed. You can't be home and not doing anything, and the government is not even putting certain things down for those the unemployed ones to have to.
But But is Nigeria the only country that has a large population? You got other countries that have a larger population and you don't find them jappering all over the show like Nigerians. What's the excuse?
Okay, thank you. When you see Nigeria as a whole, Nigeria, okay, let's put it. We are the largest black nation on earth, you understand? And the opportunity in the country is very small. It is not that big. If you don't know somebody, you can't get what you want. And it's not meant to be like that in a working economy. Here that I am, your father don't have, your surname don't have to ring a bell before you can get the job. Do you understand? But back home, it has to be like that because the opportunity is small. And any person that is standing at the top will keep that opportunity for his kids or his brother's kids. So that is why people are going out there to look for more, source out for more opportunities so they can make money and feed their send back home, feed their family.
So you call powder pushing, you call people that are sex trafficking children and doing all these crimes opportunities, because that's what most people are jappering and doing.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You see what you just said now? I will not be in support of it. Those are not legitimate people trying to put ends meet or trying to make ends meet or trying to put food on the table for their family back home. Those ones doing those things, scamming people, selling powder, or doing human trafficking, those people are not meant to be on planet Earth at all. I don't support such acts, and if anywhere, like I pray the whole country in the world adopt what Thailand is doing, catch them, unalive them, and so that those stupid acts can reduce. You don't find all those stupid acts in any of us anymore, because I'm not in support of any. Those are not people trying to make ends meet at all. Look at people doing care job. Look at people sweeping. Some people who have 3-6 jobs they do in a whole week, because as a student you're allowed to work for just 20 hours. So ma'am, I'm not counting those people. Those ones doing those things are doing it for their own selfish interest. You have your both hands, you have your legs, write your CV. If that is not working, go to the farm, do something, money will come if you make yourself useful. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you. Okay, guys, okay. Can I just pronounce my name is Siche. I'm not Sheila.